Okay, welcome to Energy and Personal Excellence. This is the philosophical and religious exploration arm of the organization. Today I want to explain in Vedanta there are 4 stages towards realization. The first is called Shravan, second is called Manan, third is called Nididhyasan, fourth is the Sakshatkar, which is realization. So the first is Shravan, meaning to listen to the words of the great masters and teachers, gurus, as well as the great scriptures, and to listen carefully with attention. So that listening process itself is very big. That means when we're listening to any scripture, any idea, listen with full attention and presence there without mind going other places. So that listening is a very big step. That's the first step. Once the ideas are heard, then you can hit pause if you're watching on YouTube or TV or whatever, or you could just, put a bookmarker in the book and then close your eyes and try to remember what you read, even if it's just 2 or 3 lines or 4 or 5 lines. So that's the second part. Mananam is where you are remembering again and again what is read, just to remember. Now, connected with Manan, there's something called Chintan. Chintan is where you are connecting and cross-connecting the different ideas that are already in your mind from other readings, other ideas, and you're cross-connecting it yourself. That is called Manan Chintan. That's the second stage. And that the more the cross-connection occurs, to that extent, the thing that you are contemplating on, let's say, for example, you're contemplating on what is the soul, the Atma, or what is the mind, or what is love, or what is desire, or whatever. It could be anything. But that thing becomes more and more clear the more you cross-connect it with many other ideas internally. That is called Manan Chintan process. Then that same process occurs at a much greater level, much more interconnection, much more depth of realization. That is called Nididhyasan. Nididhyasan is a third stage. So the same idea that you heard, now it is beginning to take hold in your mind, and you can see it more and more clearly. Because of the repetition, the contemplation, you are able to stay with it for a longer time. You can see more and more connection, and then it begins to appear to you as a very clear truth. Once it appears to you as a clear truth, then that truth becomes yours. That is called Sakshatkar. So Sakshatkar is when the truth that is written in the Gita or in the scripture of any kind, that truth becomes yours, not just as a belief, but as a realization. That's called Shravan, Manan, and within Manan plus Chintan is the second stage. Third stage is Nididhyasan. So Manan Chintan is like maybe the 3.5, third, and then maybe 4th stage, you can put it that way. And then if you make it into 5 stages, Shravan, Manan, then Manan Chintan, then Nididhyasan, and then Sakshatkar. So when you have a Sakshatkar is where it is like the Adi Shankaracharya, he said, Aparoksh Anubhuti, that's a scripture. Aparoksh means what? It's not second-hand, it's your experience, it's your realization. If you read something in the Gita or some sloka or whatever, that is still second-hand information. That is Paroksh. Aparoksh is where it's your realization. That's called Aparoksh Anubhuti. So there is a scripture called like this, Aparoksh Anubhuti. Vedanta specifically is about your own realization. It is not about simply repeating what others have said or what others have thought. Listen to them, understand them, respect them. But what is your direct realization? That is the most significant thing, and that's the only thing of any real consequence. Everything else is second-hand, or it is still external to us. So that which is external now becomes internal. That which is internal becomes the reality of it shows up. The reality of it shows up. That is Nididhyasan, and in the Nididhyasan stage, then eventually it becomes absolutely clear that this is the truth. The truth is you. You are that truth. The truth of the mind, the truth of the body, the truth of the emotions. So many aspects of who you are, what you are, and what is this world. It's called Jeev, Jagat, Ishwar. The 3 things. Jeev is who you are. Jagat is what's this external outside world. And then the Ishvara, that is the Paramatma. So you begin to see exactly what these 3 are. In the Sakshatkar stage, the Sakshatkar is where there is a realization of the actual tattvas, actual realization of what the substances are, the spiritual tattvas, etc. All right, so that's it. Thank you.